Hello there, everyone, at this weird hour of night. Um, this is, uh, this is No Name 17 Spore, and I am here, once again, with the Kerbal of the space program. And I'm hoping to finally, at the very least, start constructing that lunar lander. Hopefully, well, the probe-based lunar lander, and hopefully getting it on the actual Mun. Do we have any good contracts right now? No, they're all garbage. Wait, do they have like 3 relays? Oh, that's around Sarnas. Yeah, that's lame. We're not getting to Sarnas yet. So, next on the alarm clock, we have a test of Robin. Actually, I did get Real Plume. I should add that. I got Real Plume between this stream and the last one. Um, I want to know, how do I make waterfall configs? Now I'm curious about that. Okay, so there's an in-game editor. Oh yeah, and also, I went to the settings, and I did have that one thing for, overwrite funds checked. I've unchecked that now. I tried that out last time. It did not seem to work effectively, and was still giving me money when I recovered craft. So, I've unchecked that. I think it's more fair if I have that, or if I leave that unchecked now. I probably did make a little bit of money, checking that on than I should have, but, no, it's off now. Hopefully that'll be good. I also forgot to upload the previous stream to YouTube and do the highlight, but that was only yesterday, so that's that's something I can do after this one. Probably will need to remember to do after this one. All right, so how do I do a waterfall config? So something over here is probably waterfall. Okay, that's supposed to be the probe thing. Okay, that's Planet Shine. Wolf, colonization, life support. That's Captain's log. Genders. Hmm. Let me go check on something real quickly. Alright, now I'm back. Let me turn that off. How do I get water? Okay, so how do I get waterfall set? In your future, that's just an object enhancement. Scan. So I did get waterfall installed, it's just... How do I use the in-game editor? There should be a way to do this, right? But I'm not seeing anything over here. Maybe that's something in settings? Not seeing it here. Okay. Wait, oh, in-game editor. Okay, so that's something where I actually do have to, go into the game files and change something. I'll do the test here, and I think I will actually do a reboot. Just so that, you know, these will look prettier going forward. Oh, those aren't producing sound anymore. That's odd. That should be immensely loud, but that was not immensely loud. Yeah, I'll get that effect editor and see if I can make some of these stages, you know, look a little better if I need to. Um, Especially like the Nova Punch stuff. Although, I don't know, maybe that... I won't edit, or I won't leave this time. I'll do that next time. Just gotta remember how to bring up the in-game waterfall editor so I can, you know, do that next time. That might actually be something where I test it in a creative save. Alright, we got a bluebird coming up. And I'm still going to want to launch this in a day if possible. Yeah, no upgrades still. We got vessel complete. We got a bit more science. It's a bluebird, so that actually gives a good amount of science. Just because of this. All right. I'll warp until the morning. I'll do a little bit more of a time warp. Try to get that sun just a little higher in the sky. There we go. Let's go. Mupos 3, Munsat 7, and Munsat 8. This should also be the first to feature the redesigned launch pad, which hopefully that'll work a little better than how that stuff's been working as of late. Here's hoping. Alright. We got another attempt at Starling, and unfortunately that's floating. God damn it. It said if you clip this into the launch pad, it will be clipped into the launch pad. Alright, I'm gonna have to change the actual launch pad structure. Not on Starling, on Bluebird from now on. Or alternatively, I just need a platform here. You know what? I just need a platform here. As long as I get a platform here, we'll be good. I'll just put that platform back on. It'll work. It'll be fine. Alright. 10. 9. 8. Actually, let me get some photos. Although I'll hide the weirdness with the launch tower. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Ignition. And liftoff of Bluebird. Bluebird will be headed to the Mun with multiple science missions. And Bluebird leaps off the pad so much more quickly than the other rockets. Alright, Bluebird is encountering some, or passing through some, it's starting to go at Mach speed. Oh, that's smoke screen right there, showing that giant plume. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Trajectory is nominal. Bluebird looks stable at the moment. Continuing the gravity turn. SRB is going for shutdown here very shortly. We are going for fairing separation. Fairing separation is successful. SRB is shutting down. The SRB has shut down. Just to make sure this is correct, right? Yeah. Going for stage separation. Bluebird has successfully separated from the booster. Launch vehicle going horizontal. Bluebird burning for orbit. And you can see our 3 payloads here. Gonna cut the throttle and coast up to Apo. Now I will want to get one of these out. Oh, we have some monoprop somewhere. Oh, in there. I'll probably have to clear that from later Bluebird, so it's no Atlas ball, but Bluebird sure packs a punch. Yeah. Mun mission? Yes. It's a Mun mission. Oh, I also did get Real Plume and Smokescreen added. And next time I boot the game up, I'm going to go in and try to get Waterfall configurator set up so that I can actually mess with some of the stuff which like doesn't have configs. Primarily Nova Punch doesn't. So, you know, it might be good to create some effects for Nova Punch engines. It might also be something where I do that in a separate stream. Or in a separate instance. Alright. Going for orbital insertion now. It feels so nice getting Bluebird, you know, actually working. I forgot to add this to the sheet. Alright, Bluebird is in orbit. I've got to pull up the sheet, hold on. And I should probably have the Modlist pulled up too, just in case anyone needs it. And then this is, just... cool. How long has passed with the Kerbola Observatory launch? Well, it's 70 days until it reaches the, periaps. So it was like 76 at the start, so it's been about a week. Okay, so then you want to burn about when the moon rises, so about here-ish, probably? Didn't see that window. So the idea here is that the Bluebird upper stage is going to deposit these craft in their intended orbit. You know what? Okay, so I've extended that panel. That's cursed. So we'll extend that panel. I won't extend the 2 inner panels on the 2 side satellites. So what I'm doing here should be safe. Even though these 2 solar panels are just in the wrong position, unfortunately. I kind of screwed that up with this satellite. Oops. I should have thought about that, but oh well. Does this thing have any power generation capability on it? No, it doesn't. Oh god, I knew I was forgetting something up here. That thing's... I'm gonna have to make sure that this one does go into hibernation. Then... you should be auto-hibernate and warp. Ooh, double threat mission, sats and return. Yes. Alright, warp around until it's about 20 seconds left, and we will be going to the mun. Actually, not about 20 seconds left, technically about 10 seconds. Fourteen, 13, 12, 11, go. Hold it, maneuver. If you hassle of a synced orbiter, just toss them out. Just toss them out, that's gonna be it. Well, we'll get into lunar orbit and just kind of chuck them out, so yeah. I mean, these things have enough delta V that they'll be able to reach their desired orbits anyways. Now, it's actually pretty reasonable if I don't want to leave this one in lunar orbit, although I probably just can. Wow. That stage is, like, seriously overpowered. Yeah, we have enough delta V for that. Resonant orbits are cool, though. Well, I mean, there's very specific orbits that these two have to at least go to. This one doesn't need a specific orbit, but it does need to pass by the poles at, it does need data from the poles, so it does need a polar orbit, and it does... One of them is going to need to be low, one of them is going to need to be high. And then once that is done, this will need to decouple and return to Kerbin. Okay, so we have that with the maneuver node. Let's set that to 30 minutes before. Not target min-miss. Okay, so that'll happen in a day. Cool. It's not a double threat, but a ton of different objectives. Yep. Very, very commercial of you. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to add that as a success. Actually, I'm not going to do that yet. It needs to reach lunar orbit first. And then I will need to list recovery on that launch too. I still need to figure out what the color photographs I need for that one flight are. We got another Robin test upcoming here soon. Oh yeah, we did also work on naming all the upper stages. I don't know if you caught that or not. So, the official name for the Atlas Ball right now is the cost-efficient upper Robin stage, or Cursed. And then other than that, we have, so the Starlings are Star B and Star Tot for the upper stages. Star B would be on the earlier variants, which would be the 1A and 1B, and then Star Tot on the later variants, with technically the Star Tot E being on the one flight of the 1F. Based Cursed. And then we have the upper stage for Bluebird is the Blue Sapphire upper stage. Or B-Sus. But Atlas Ball is going to be a nickname for the for Cursed. So we've got Star B, Star Tot, B-Sus, and Cursed. Cursed / Atlas Ball. Alright, oh yeah, we do have that Robin test now. Very good naming schemes. B-Sus was entirely accidental, too. It's just something we came up with. And it's like, Blue Sapphire Upper Stage sounds good. And then somebody abbreviated it. It's like, no, we are not allowing B-Sus. And I'm like, oh, we're allowing B-Sus. Yeah. That was accidental. That was Blue Sapphire Upper Stage was accidental. Cursed was really forced. But Blue Sapphire, that was I did not see it. I was like looking through Blue Gemstones and I'm like, oh, Blue Sapphire, that could be a cool upper stage name. And then it got spelled out in chat and it's like, oh, that's what I've named this now. Okay, this is now not producing sound. So here's my thought, is that for whatever reason, I think it's enabled the shrouds. Like, half the shrouds, for whatever reason. And I think that's disabling the sound. But on the normal rockets, it's not the case. At least it shouldn't be the case. Creating sound while in Atmo, but creating too much sound in vacuum. maybe they got the sound files reversed. Or maybe something just glitched out, because they did install Real Plume, so... maybe Real Plume and Smokescreen are causing something. No produces thrust as a free way to remove the deafening error spike sounds. Exactly. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at what tech we could get next. I think scanning tech is a good one. Because we unlock the know where we are stick. And the sun position tracker. But the other thing I need... Okay, the one thing I need to go for right now is... I want to stick to poke myself in the eye. The other thing I want to go for right now is down this line, actually. I think it is large probes where we have that. But, that's going to require an upgrade to the center. So yeah, we'll get this. This contains some experiments with it. When KCD was settings, how long does the research take? You're only used to RP1. Well, this is stock, yeah, this is stock, settings, so let me check. If we go to tech, 37 days for scanning tech. But, that's at a rate of, 8 signs per day. Alright, so we have... what next on the alarm clock? Okay, so we need to get the reconditioning done from the previous launch. Aristotle's gonna go up soon, so we're gonna have another Bluebird launch. And then, we should be able to get 3 science missions done with Mupos 3 months at 7 and months at 8. Got 6 days left on Minmisat 7, which will complete that objective, and then 69 days left. Now 68. It was nice for a moment on before we get the remaining data from the Kerbolar Observatory. And the other good news is hopefully we'll be able to get some contracts done in the meantime, as when the other D-Magic ones gets closer to completion. Oh, shit! I warped way past that. Fuck me. Oh god. I'm an idiot. I forgot. Oh no. Yeah, we're 5 hours past. That's gotta be returning to wherever it is. Alright. Okay, so that is currently orbiting Kerbin, so fly that. Oh, I fucked up there. That was a fuck up. I should have done a jump to ship. I was so focused on Aristotle that I forgot to go to it. Alright, so we now have to do another encounter. We'll see. We'll see if we can get another encounter here. If we can get another encounter, I'll set it up, and we'll do that orbit. We'll get this mission to be successful. But we might still get another one. Who knows? Wait for the program to respond. Come on. Come on, Kerbal. Alright, so. Go to the map. No maneuver node. Alright. So yeah, we will get another, encounter around the Mun here. It looks like. So, slow down there. That'll get us into a higher orbit around the Mun. But, you know, the satellite should be able to compensate for that, so. Add an alarm 30 minutes before that happens. So now that's in 5 days, it looks like. Okay. Another alarm for 25 minutes still. I'll just remember to actually go there this time. Hopefully. So now we're gonna have a space telescope, and that's gonna be launched to a high Kerbin orbit. It's as reasonably high as I can get it. I don't care if it's equatorial. Actually, we're just gonna launch the space telescope equatorially. One thing I wanted to check was Minmisat 8 real quickly. I need to make sure that the flag on it is rad. I think it is. I think DIMS 2 is correct. Although I'll go in and check DIMS 2 as well. Real quickly. Actually, I'll just open up the file here, see if it's correct, and if it is correct, I'll just leave it, and if it isn't correct, I'll go in and fix it for DIMS 2. And DIMS 2 is going to be another mission which just takes forever, because it's D-Magic. We're gonna have like 4D magic missions going on all at the same time, just waiting for the timers to tick down. I'm trying to figure out how else we can make money in the meantime. Okay, yeah, I screwed up min-miss at 8. You should not be D magic, you should be rad. Save edits. That's what, 21,000 for that contract, and that contract will probably give me a bit more than that. That should be fine. Plus, you know, all the research I get from it. Oh, hey, it's cursed. Actually, specifically, it's C-E-R, or not C-E-R, C-E-U-R-S-T. Actually, there. So I think DIMS 2 is good as well. Warp to complete Aristotle. We're 4 days out from min-miss at 7, 5 days out from the next attempt at Mopos 3 and Moonsat 7 and 8, and then 67 days from when we need to get the stuff from the Kerbola Observatory. We're 1 day away from the launch of, about 1 day away from the launch of min-miss at 8, and about 2 days away from the launch of DIMS 2. I remember DIMS 2 is going to the Mun. Alright, so, should probably go to the sheet, add another Bluebird. Aristotle Kerbal System Space Telescope. There we go. Or kissed. Kerbin Orbital. Let's do our first Bluebird night launch. Let's go for it. Bluebird is starting to finally prove its worth, so I'm comfortable now launching it at night. And I'm gonna need to fix the launch pad for the next Bluebird flight. So crap. Although that'll probably just be adding in a that little extra bit again. Because, you know, the definition that these launch pads gave me was if I hid this one part below the floor, or the base plate below the floor, then it would render below the launch pad, and it's very clearly not done that. I'm probably just gonna need to devise like a new base for Bluebird. Alright. Yeah, because that's hovering. SAS on, throttle up. Oh, I still have the flags. Oh, I forgot to remove the flags. Why did I do that? Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff of Bluebird. Vehicle is pitching down range and has very much cleared the tower. Yeah, I gotta remember to remove the flags on later ones. I guess I'm getting a little sloppy. We'll be trying to fly a little bit of a flatter profile this time. This is carrying Aristotle, our first orbital space telescope. Bluebird is going supersonic. Bluebird is continuing at roughly supersonic speeds. Continuing the pitch over maneuver. Continuing the gravity turn. Bluebird is starting to encounter some heating from the atmosphere, continuing the gravity turn even further. Coming up on SRB burnout. We do think that with this current heating, it would be a bad idea to deploy the fairings right now. Fairing deployment. Fairing deployment is successful. And upper stage ignition or separation and ignition. We have destruction of the Bluebird booster. That is to be expected. Not like the booster matters much at this point. Aristotle is currently burning for orbit, using the cursed upper stage. Though this has a lot of delta V in it, this doesn't. I mean, this uses a short version of the Starby upper stage, but we'll try to get, you know, just a lot of delta V into this satellite, or into this telescope, just using the engine. I love the rumble of this, though. Alright. We're gonna hold, and we're gonna deploy solar panels. And antenna. Good deployment of all parts. We'll get in a roughly circular orbit. Yeah, we'll get in a roughly circular orbit, discard the upper stage, and go for it. So that's in 4 hours, so I think we can just stick with the telescope for that time. Yeah, because the next event is 5 hours, so I'm just gonna set you to hibernate and warp auto. Yeah, that has a safety rating of 9. It's not really risky right now. Actually, yeah, there we go. Bluebird, Bluebird's upper stage. Blue Sapphire is out in the open, or BSUS is out in the open. All right. Is there any science I can just get from you? Oh yeah, we had an eclipse there. We'll start at 4 seconds. Follow the maneuver node. Go. Alright, Aristotle appears to be in a good orbit. Um, we're going for stage separation. And, an ignition to briefly put us away, or push us away. That's beautiful. Alright, Aristotle is in a desired orbit, or desirable orbit. Actually, let's point it away. It's time to start finding some other bodies. Yep. Got a little green thing up in this direction. Trying to remember, did I put backup solar panels on this? I don't think I did. That looks like distant object enhancer over there. Actually, it looks like there's another one off to off there. That also looks like distant object enhancer. Best way to find thing IRL, look at the sun. Got a body over there. We got Erlum! We got Pulta! We have another target over this way. Oh! We found Tecto! It's something over this way, too. Maybe I have to point a little bit closer. Maybe our field isn't that great. There's definitely an object right there. Eve! We got Eve! We are recharging electric charge. Research bodies cameras had a built-in camera. I think they do. Or there's some way I can use this. The little UI to aim and see things proper. So now there's Tarsier. That's janitor's closet. Need to find, is it this guy? No, it's colonization, that's life support. It's planet shine. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, apparently I'm not finding it. I'd avoid a pink. It was one of the mods I got, but I feel like it doesn't work. No, it definitely doesn't work. It's supposed to like be a satellite control center. So I'm pretty certain that's still something over there, and I just was not aimed properly at it. Jewel! We got Jewel. It's Duna. Big something to find. I think that is Minmus up over there, but let me just check. Because you see that little dot right there, right? I think it's Minmus. Nope. Urbane. Oh, suspiciously purple dot somewhere below your orbit. Oh, suspiciously purple dots. Oh yeah, I did find Eve, yeah. Been at the same time. Yeah, Eve was just after the moon around Sarnus. So that's Sarnus, that's Eve, that's Erlum, that's Jewel, that's Duna, that's Erebon, and then whatever's over here is, I think, a comet. Something. That's a comet. Or that's 68P Lint Mikey. We also did find Tecto and Polta. Actually, I think that is Minmus. Oh, hey. Minmus at 8 will be complete here relatively soon. I just wanted to move Kerbin out of the way a little bit. See if we could spot anything. Roll it out. We have like 20 minutes. So we did. I just randomly pointed it in a direction and got a faint signal. am I still sure that's... Oh! Oh, that's not only Lint Mikey, that's Plock. So we aimed up and got a different body as well. Interesting. So faint signal this way. Found Elu. Got Slate. Another one around Sarnus. Got Moho on accident. Wow. This is working. Okay. Um, let's just go to the tracking station and see what all we've detected now. Might be good to actually point that at Jewel at some point and see if we can discover the big Julian moons. Well, yeah, that should significantly change the tracking situation, or tracking station situation, and the amount of contracts we can actually generate now. Now that we've got Duna, Eve, and Jewel on the list. I guess Moho is not that difficult to reach. But that was well, in terms of research bodies, that was like well worth it. Because normally it's like, oh, you have to pay a lot to do this, and it's like, or we just launch a telescope and get 1,000 science in one go. Oh, that's great. Okay, just electric charge, easy. That was like, what, maybe 30,000 to launch? How many upgrades does that get us? One. One upgrade. So, do we want to get the fourth one in the spaceplane hangar? Or do we want more like VAB upgrades? Or something else in R&D? I could go for this. Or even this. I'm not thinking about doing SSTOs, but I kind of do use the spaceplane hangar to test stuff when I'm having a new program, but normally I'm building stuff in the VAB. So there's a consideration of getting that rate 3 higher, or just accepting the current rate I'm at and getting more research for every time I build a rocket. Or, yeah, 16 science a day sounds good. Well, I mean, I had some of the science before, but still. That's kind of an absurd amount. How much does it take to upgrade the facility? That's what I need to check. Okay, that's way too much. But yeah, what text do we want to get? I think the answer is yes. So let's do advanced fuel systems, because that allows for, like, nuclear propulsion. Which is probably good to get. How about Okay, we don't actually have that much. Heavy landing could be good. Or, I mean, we go command modules. Actually, I'll do specialized control in command modules and leave some signs left over. Or alternatively, we try to get something down here. We don't even have recycling yet. So maybe I should get recycling. Okay, that is a lot of text we have gotten. Let's go to the tracking station and just look at the solar system now. Still so much to discover. Yep. But oh, what does Repo Soft Tech want in there? I'll have to check contracts now because we might have some. Okay, so it doesn't give me their exact orbits. We know roughly what they are. Okay, so we've not discovered that moon. Nor have we discovered that moon. Oh yeah, we haven't discovered that little body yet either, but... So there's Sarnus. Moon or another moon. Yeah, we did discover one of Sarnus's moons. Actually, two of them. Actually, that one too. And this one. So that's Duna. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Duna's looking pretty glitched out. Oh, that's Strez? Might be Drez. Artist's interpretation. Yeah, artist's interpretation of Duna. I'll have to get that. Oh, right, I gotta probably go back to the tracking station, line up the Minmus launch, and fly it. And that'll be on a Robin, so that'll be fun. Flying Robin to that. I mean, Robin also just has so much Delta V, I'm not even sure it matters if I get everything aligned. Because that I mean, that's an Atlas ball upper stage, so yeah. But it does seem like we are gonna be able to start going out to, let's start doing some missions to other planets here. I also need to check what those Repo Soft Tech missions are. That one, that one. Oh yeah, both these two. Just to see if those are worth it. Atlas Ball, you could land on Minmus, go land on the moon, land again on Minmus, then go to the desired orbit you want. Basically. Oh. Maybe I should build a lunar lander around Atlas Ball. Atlas Ball's great. Atlas Ball's the best thing I've ever invented in this game. Oh. Alright, so let's try to get this aligned. So the Mun is there. So what we gotta do is we gotta set the Mun's orbit so that it's equatorial like that. And then figure out the point that that intersects Minmus's orbit. Which is about there. We are right now here, so we gotta wait till the Space Center is about here, I think. And then we need to launch downwards. Also just check what those 2 contracts are for. And possibly take them. It's a very fancy math anomaly, except the up to 50 delta V hit to go to the potato. Okay, so what does it want? Relay satellite with 15G antenna around Gilly for a pretty good amount of money. Ike for a decent amount of money. Moho for a really good amount of money. Oh, we need a module track bodies on a telescope. That's still the 7.2T. Where are the Repo Soft Tech missions? Relay satellite in orbit around Hale? It just wants relays everywhere. Okay, so it's these 2. So this is just telescopes, and I don't get it. I lose money for them. Well, anyway, let's remember what a module track bodies is as we launch Minmus 8. I do have to remember we have to aim a little bit downwards. And then we'll get DIMS 2 done very soon. And we'll have to start putting other launches on the books. Probably the next one I need to do is that Mun landing. And yeah, how about after we launch DIMS 2? Well, okay. I want to get the recovery back from Mupos 3. So I think what's going to happen is when I separate the payloads, I'm immediately going to get Mupos 3 into its desired elliptical polar orbit, and then try to get Moonsat 7 and Moonsat 8 into each of their desired orbits, and do their surveys. Meantime, Minmus 7 will be getting there, or 2 Minmus sooner than that, so it'll have to insert itself into Minmus orbit, and get its science done from, you know, the previous mission I had missed. Alright. Throttle up and T. Alright. We have a, good old Robin. Ready to lift off. Oh, that didn't sink below the terrain, or below the ground, unfortunately. But at least it's flat on the ground, so I'll take that. That's at least good. I will have to redo the launch structure for Bluebird. The more I think about it. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. And liftoff of Robin. And holy crap, Robin just is like, I don't want to be on this pad anymore! Did this get... I think the booster got reset. This is at 100% thrust. Normally Robin should be at like 50% thrust. That's in a minute, man. Yeah, this is not ideal. Alright, that is not the launch we desired. I'm gonna wait to deploy the fairing. Because, for whatever reason, that should have been at 50% thrust, roughly, and I think that was at 100%. Alright, fairing deploy. Fairing deploy is successful. And stage separation and ignition. Yeah, these have just lost their sound for whatever reason. That's strange. So apparently installing real plume caused these engines to lose their sound. I'll see, maybe Waterfall can fix that, but I don't know. At least it's not horrendously loud anymore, but still. I don't know what went wrong there. I guess it is somewhat realistic, though, since we're in space. And at least we have, you know, the cool-looking plume, even if we don't have the sound. Plume is now an epilepsy art. Maybe I should replace the mini aerospikes on the Atlas ball at some point. Yeah, realistic scattering, sorta. Alright, going for orbit. I will go into, okay, I'll go into a normal, Robin, and just check what I have the throttle set to, and then I'm going to edit dims and make sure that the throttle is at that. Because that was way too far throttled up. I didn't even do, like, the full gravity turn with the booster, because I was too scared that something was going to go wrong. Alright, go for solar panel deploy. It is good. Still burning for orbit. Alright, we need to burn a little bit to the south. Too. Oh wait, no, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. This way. I'll do a burn like this. do a small correction. Get that down as low as it can go. I think that's about good. Alright, we have entered into low Kerbin orbit. I should probably... Okay, I should probably actually add this to the launch thing. Yeah, just accept that. I'll keep it named normally until the upper stage is removed. Okay, so now we gotta go to this node. And is it warped downward a bit? I think so, right? No. Other way. There we go, that should be good. Reorient to the new burn, it'll be a short one. I should probably consider some relay sats around those other planets though, but I might need to do some more telescope searching. Man, I hate not having sound. I think this is worse than having the unbelievably loud sound that these things normally have. Maybe if I introduce waterfall, it'll fix it. I'll need to see which mod these are part of, too. Okay, there we go. Orbital correction done. So I'm gonna see what a burn here does for getting me to min-miss. That would allow me to come back down on the downswing and hit it, so I think it's better if I shift over here a bit. That's still on the downswing, so shift over. Talking like over here or something. I'll probably just accept that we're gonna have to fly over it a little bit. And then catch it on the way back down. Probably on this side. I'm addicted to the math science influx of telescoping. Yes. After this flight, we'll go back. I want to go back to this telescope and see if I can just discover all the moons of Jewel. But I think we also need to put in more research on these objects because it's saying like 50, or it's saying like 0%, and I want to get that up higher. Go. I want to get this precise. There you go, 0.0 meters per second. That path will put us going to Minmus. Then we'll just accept this. Oh god, that's way too much thrust. I think the game lagged on me a little bit there. There we go. Okay, add an alarm 30 minutes before that. So that'll be in 19 days. I also need to check at what times various techs are unlocking and whether I want to swap out the upper stage engine on future Robins or not. Something better. Well, not better, but different. Because Cursed is as much as I like the arrow spikes, you know, if they're having these weird sound issues, it might be better to swap out the upper stage engine for something else. But I need a good actual choice for said upper stage engine, so that I still have, you know, the high amounts of delta V and the low amounts of cost. Because that was kind of the purpose of that. Let's just go in and edit DIMS 2 and make sure that DIMS 2 is good. Or is set up properly. Alright, what's your throttle setting at? Yeah, you're at 100%. Why are you at 100% throttle? You were not set to 100% throttle. What is Robin normally set at? There's just a normal Robin A with a CCSB. How did it get set to 100% throttle? You were not at 100% throttle beforehand. I think it was at 50. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back for future robins and set that. Because for whatever reason, that got reset probably once I got, Real Plume. Okay, yeah, just, gotta get all the robins set up properly now. The normal robins set up properly for, later launches. So that I don't wind up having repeats of that. Uh... Joys of modded load times. Yep. 50% thrust. Oh wait, no, I need to go to, normal, normal one. Nothing like thought of, has my game crashed this time? Yep. Alright, there we go. That's a CCSB. How many of these do we have? So we have 2 of those in the inventory. Eight of each of those in the inventory. How do we only have 2 of the... How do we only have 2? Oh, right, because 8 of these, that's only 4. The 16 is 4. So we have 4 upper stages and 2 boosters in the inventory. What? Where did we lose, like, 2 boosters from? Well, anyway, I wanted to just check engines real quickly for any better options. Actually, what mod are the mini things a part of? I want to find them again. Just check. Check what mod they're in. We're kind of separate from everything else, and oh yeah, there they go. So that's Umbra Space Industries for the mini aerospike. Because that's a 340. I'll take it. Okay, so 3 of these have 1224, 48 kilonewtons of thrust. That's not enough thrust. I'd probably like to get a little bit more thrust if possible. I don't want to do all the carbonite stuff yet. And how much efficiency am I getting out of the mini aerospikes from Umbra again? 340 in a vacuum. I think we have unlocked new engines from when I first designed Robin. I'm wanting to just check what those other engines are. That's LH2. I mean, that looks pretty good. The Bearcat Series 2. I mean, that's a very expensive engine, but... Oh, and a very big one. Yeah, I shouldn't use that. Where's something where we're getting, like, more thrust and similar ISP? If there is any. I still kind of, like, stuck with those as objectively the best choice here. That's a liquid fuel and oxidizer engine. Cost is absurd per launch, but I think I will at least buy it for future missions, even if it is, like, way too big here. Brace the heavy lift engines. Okay, so there's the one we're using. That's a monoprop engine? It's a really efficient monoprop engine. 1 and J2 will guide you. Okay, that is a really, really efficient engine. Probably too big, but... Yeah, holy crap, you could probably make good use of that. Okay, so... Okay, these here are not cryo engines, but they're not good enough. Probably fill Atlas Ball with monoprop. Can I? I could. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna save this as a Robin with a CCSB, although this kinda lifts it off the ground more for whatever reason. I don't know why it does that, but let's take this and fit it with monoprop. And then just figure out what that really good monoprop engine was. That's really tiny. I just want to see. I want to see what happens. Yeah, I've lost a lot of Delta V. Let's just quickly look down here, see if there is anything else. That's a mainsail. I don't want a mainsail on this. That would be stupid. Sure that's not Atmo. Oh yeah, that was probably Atmo. Let me go up and get that and put that in non-Atmo then. It's up here somewhere, right? Yeah, there. 4517 meters per second of delta V. If I go to a normal balloon tank and then just put these on. Yeah, that's a little better. And cheaper. But I shouldn't care how heavy something is if it's in orbit. Yeah. So that's another potential option. That's a 344. That's LH2. These are normal liquid engines. That's cryo. That's a cryo. That's a cryo. It's normal liquid. That's pretty heavy. I'll get it and just kind of look at it. So that's a Tentaris. That's pretty big, but would be fittable to a Robin. But I think that that's better, the what I currently have out. LH2, LH2. Okay, that's liquid fuel. That's normal liquid fuel, that's 350. 1.25 tons. Actually a little heavier and from the same mod, so I probably don't want to grab it. I was considering this one for a little bit too. Okay, let's try Robin with this engine on. So it's not too much worse in terms of actual delta V count. It should have a bit more thrust. And we'll add a little bit more cost on, but it should hopefully make these launches feel a little better since, you know, the engines are having the sound issue, even though this is a Nova Punch engine. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Is this a Nova Punch booster? Or is that not? That might not be. I think that's something else. Disable the shroud if possible. There we go, cool. So that will be a Robin 1B, and that's probably what we're going to start flying. Let me... Oh yeah, we have separation, then that stage, and then the upper stage ignition. Okay, cool. So it's gained a little bit of cost and lost a little bit of delta V, so it's a little inferior, but hopefully it will sound better. That's why I'm building this. I'll go with the triangular shape instead. Alright, so we'll save that as the Robin 1B. And start using it instead. It will also have a little bit more thrust to make the burns a little less painful. This is something I can work with just a little bit more easily. Okay, let's just get an engine test, or let's just get an engine test stand set up for this, and then start producing a bunch of them. Because I think I've hit a point where I'm willing to build the Robin's boosters without getting new ones, and I'm willing to build the upper stages without getting new ones. So now it's just a case of going to the space plane hangar, get an engine test set up, and do a bunch of engine tests, and you know, for future Robin missions. Or future Robin 1B missions. Okay. Don't load, actually. We just need... Where is it? Engine test stand. I'll just apply one. And then we need RMA3. Alright. So then, save that. Build one. 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 And then build one. Alright, so, we're just gonna have a lot of engine tests to do in the coming days. It's like 8 engine tests I just queued up. Then that'll replace the stages, or the lower stages of Robin. And then once all those are done, you know, it's just gonna be Robin 1B flights. I'm ditching the arrow spikes. Small nuclear atlas ball at some point. Yeah, that will probably happen at some point. Alright, so with 2 days from Minmisat 7 getting there, 3 from, or actually nearly 4 for, that Bluebird. Then 19 for Minmisat 8, and still 65 for the, Kerpolar Observatory, or Kerbolar Observatory. We got, DIMS 2 to launch here. To the Mun. Which actually, that'll probably arrive at the Mun before all this other stuff. Alright, I did want to go to the space telescope too. I'm having some like weird gut pressure right now, and it's really painful. I'm gonna keep going, but I'll try to keep going. Alright. Robin launches in night. What else mixes better? It does seem like the vast majority of the Robins I fly are just ready at night for whatever reason. And we're actually at a point where there's no vessels under construction in the VAB. Take a break if you need it. Yeah, maybe. That'd probably be like a be right back scenario. Hopefully. Well, it's starting to kind of die down a little bit now. Maybe get some water. Maybe that would help. I mean, look at the alarms clock. Just look at that alarm clock right now. How many like simultaneous missions we have which need alarms? Alright, so this should hopefully be the last flight of the original version of Cursed, as we're going to Cursed B. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff of Minmisat 8 or D-Magic. No, not Minmisat 8. DIMS. Sorry, this is DIMS. DIMS 2. Wait till you go interplanetary. That alarm screen will go full height. Yep. I mean, Kerbolar Observatory is technically interplanetary. Yeah, I'll need to hope that research bodies doesn't, like, bankrupt me. I'll just need to keep... Oh, shit. Hold up. Trying to correct. We had a brief loss of control. We had an anomaly, yes. SRB shut off. Apo is at 59 kilometers. The smoke trail tells a story. Yeah. Doing a rotation to realign to the correct vector. Alright. Go for fairing separation. Oh, this is wobbly. Alright. Upper stage separation and ignition. Stay prograde for now. We need to get the Apo to or to space. So, given the TWR of this, what is the TWR right now? Doesn't say there. I was hoping it would say. Given the normal TWR of this, we will probably catch up to the Apo at first. But then eventually we will start pushing away from it. Write that down as click on the box for the engines. Click on the box where the engines are. I'm gonna fly a little bit above the profile here. Which box where the engines are? Sorry, the stage where the engines are. Oh, right here? Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, TWR 1.8 now. Cool. Alright, we're flying somewhat of a higher ascent, but it looks like for now we're okay. Made it to orbit. Going for deployment of antenna and solar panels. It is successful. Alright. We'll be figuring out when to burn for the moon here pretty shortly. That when we have to set a little later. That'll be good. That'll be a burn in 7 minutes. Aim at the maneuver node. So we'll start at 29 seconds, I think. Go. See, this will all be the last flight of the Silent Atlas ball. Next one will have, not quite as much Delta V, but a little bit more thrust. Which should help. With some consideration for maybe like an extended version of the Atlas ball at some point. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I will use this as like an upper stage for some vehicle. Like, I have used it as a kick stage on Bluebird. So, put two of these together, put something in the middle, and that could be a very good, and put a good engine on the bottom, and that could be a very good upper stage. Small correction. Right. We're going. So that will be in a day. We'll have a test stand before then. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab water here. Real quickly. Alright, we'll have that rover test too. Alright. Oh, I forgot to add an alarm. Fuck me. Hold on, we gotta add that alarm. I added the node, I did not add the alarm. Crap. I think we might be able to add an alarm from the hangar though. Once I have that alarm added, then I'll go get the water I need and yeah. And I hope to get, once we test the return capsule, I hope to get the moonlander done. Because those are two space telescopes. So, which one of these is actually Aristotle? Because I should probably rename one of them. I think this one's Aristotle, and then this one's the booster itself. Let's see. That one has a part. Yeah, that one has more mass. So I think you are debris. And then you are just the, you're KKSST. Then, here we have DIMS 2. Let's just add the alarm 30 minutes before the maneuver. And I will be right back. I'm probably just not going to time warp this one. Actually, you know what? I will time warp it. We'll go... Yeah, we'll go for time warp. When I get back, it'll be jump to DIMS 2. It might take a few minutes afterwards, but that's why I set the alarm, 30 minutes ahead of then. So, yeah, just start going up to higher speed, and I will be right back.